Venetian Dreams and American Shadows 8. Edition 91, The Breathless City. Weeks after the cathedral's fall, Luca finds himself in Istanbul, hiding among the forgotten districts of Balat. Whispers in the underground speak of a surviving relic, not a painting, but a breath. A sealed jar said to contain the final breath of the man who painted the first sin. He doesn't believe it. Until he hears it breathing. Edition 92, Echoes of Seraphim. Late one night, a voice on an encrypted line. He's not dead. Seraphim left a son. Celeste tracks down the caller, but finds only a hotel room with a mirror covered in blood and the words. One shadow is still unaccounted for. Edition 93, Shadow 13. The final shadow was never named. Never found. Never photographed. And yet. Luca finds him in a marketplace in Marrakesh. A boy. 11 years old. Drawing the Most Larsen from memory. Edition 94, The Letter E. Every cathedral. Every cipher. Every corpse. They all contained a hidden letter. The same letter. E. Luca follows the symbols to a monastery near Braga, where a fresco peels to reveal Da Vinci's secret signature. E. Eternis. The Eternal Signature. Edition 95, The Spiral Archive. A vault beneath the Vatican. A single staircase that spirals downward for 33 rotations. At the bottom, a book with no words. Only mirrors. Each page reflects a different version of Luca. One screams. Edition 96, The Judas Draft. Celeste discovers a manuscript called the Judas Draft, hidden in the remains of the monastery of St. Kevin. Inside, plans for 13 forgeries. One of them isn't a painting. It's Luca's identity. Edition 97, The Second Collapse. A museum in Warsaw collapses without warning. Before it does, a gallery assistant mails Luca an envelope. Inside is a sketch. Da Vinci. A man tied to two fates. Captioned. The true artist becomes the art. Edition 98, The Black Chalice. In the catacombs of Old Cairo, Luca finds a chalice filled with thick, unmoving oil. He pours it on stone. The shadows move. The Most Larsen was not painted with pigment. It was painted with consequence. Edition 99, Inheritance. Alessandro reappears in a recording. We were only ever scribes. The authors are still waiting. He holds up a key. The shape matches Luca's scar. Edition 100, Da Vinci's Final Confession. Rome. Beneath the Sistine Chapel. A confession sealed in wax. Da Vinci, at the end of his life, admits he saw a mirror not made by man. And he painted what he saw to trap it. The mirror lies beneath the New World. Edition 101, Cartography of Shadows. Luca is drawn to an island off the coast of South America. A church built with no entrance. Inside, maps that shift when no one watches. Every shadow is drawn as a river. Every river ends in the same place. Patagonia. Edition 102, The Twin Frame. Celeste discovers a second frame, identical to the Most Larsen. But it reflects only the dead. When Luca looks into it, he sees Alessandro smiling back. And Grigori behind him. Edition 103, SPES BONA. In Namibia, Luca reaches the ruins of an outpost marked SPES BONA. He expected files. He found children. Taught to paint in silence. Each painting they finish is burned. Why? Luca asks. A boy replies. So the voice can't escape. Edition 104, The Chapel Below Manhattan. Under Wall Street, Celeste uncovers a Masonic chapel. In its center, an oil painting unlike any other. It doesn't reflect light. It drinks it. The plaque reads. Most Larsen, original. Do not view without permission. Edition 105, The Silence Between Notes. Luca visits a former SPES BONA composer in Zurich. Da Vinci didn't just draw. He orchestrated. The paintings, the frames, the numbers, they form music. He plays the notes. The walls bleed. Edition 106, Apex. In Greenland, beneath the ice, Luca discovers an ancient structure shaped like a chalice. In its center, a throne. And on the throne, a crown of mirrors. He places it on. And sees every edition. At once. Edition 107, The Rewriter. Celeste reads an encrypted file left by Grigori. One of you will become the rewriter. The others will vanish. The rewriter must choose, truth or hope. Canvas or flame. Luca stands at the edge. Ready. Edition 108, Three Doors. One final chamber beneath an extinct volcano in the Azores. 3 doors. No locks. Above each. A mirror. A canvas. A blank wall. Luca must walk through one. Only one leads out. Edition 109, The Painter's Ghost. Inside the mirror door, Alessandro. But he speaks without moving. You can finish it. You can end the echo. But you must let go of your name. Luca turns. The brush is in his hand. Edition 110, What Was Written. The walls are blank. Until he moves. Each step leaves pigment. Each breath leaves story. The Most Larsen was never a theft. It was a recording. And now it is his to conclude. Edition 111, Fade. Celeste watches as the mirror shatters. Luca isn't there. Just a canvas. Still wet. Still breathing. She touches it. Her memory fades. Edition 112, The Archive Seals. Interpol closes the final case file. The director signs the order. All files sealed under Code 369. The evidence. Blank. The witnesses. Missing. The painting. Lost. But somewhere, the story whispers. Edition 113, Venetian Dreams. A girl in Venice finds a waterlogged journal. Pages scrawled with symbols, sketches of men in mirrors, cities folding into themselves. On the last page. Venetian dreams always return. Even in American shadows. Edition 114, The Last Frame. The Louvre opens a secret wing. One painting. No title. Visitors claim to see their ancestors. Others see cities they've never visited. A few leave blind. None forget. Edition 115, Alessandro's Letter. In a vault in Morocco, Celeste receives a letter from Alessandro. He was the fire. I was the smoke. You were always the air. Forgive us. Signed, Edition 116, Ghost Editions. An AI trained on Da Vinci's mind begins to generate images of lost cathedrals. Each image matches an unsolved crime scene. Someone is still writing editions. But not human. Edition 117, SPES BONA rises. The Foundation reactivates. Not as a cult. Not as a cabal. But as a publishing house. Printing only one thing, books that erase memory. Edition 118, Canvas and Ash. Celeste burns the last journal. Smoke rises like script into the sky. She says his name. It echoes. Twice. Edition 119, The Editor's Choice. A boy in Rio finds a brush with dried blood on its bristles. He dips it in water. And sees Luca's face. He begins to paint. Edition 120, The Painting Returns. A gallery in Tokyo unveils a new masterpiece. It has no author. No title. No brushstrokes. But the crowd weeps. And in the back row, a man in a gray coat smiles. Only the shadows recognize him. To be continued.